Semper Fi. Mr. Chairman, thank you. We're passing out copies of my bill, House Bill 907, which is the Veterans and Reservists Entrepreneurial Training and Support Program. By way of background, from 2006 to 2010, I served on the National Veterans Business Development Corporation, which was, I was appointed by President George W. Bush, which was made up of veteran entrepreneurs who, the purpose of the commission was to twofold. One was to help give training to veteran entrepreneurs and small business people, similar to what the GI education bill does for education, or the VA home loans do for housing. That studies have shown that our servicemen and women are more likely to be small business owners. They have in their DNA the same makeup that they have that causes them to be willing to take risks to defend our country, the attention to details, the work ethic, and all the other things that come out of someone who served in the military. I spent 10 years in the Marine Corps. That will help make you an entrepreneur. And the second part of the National Veterans Corporation was that there are federal mandated set-asides where government agencies must use veteran-owned and service-disabled veteran-owned businesses. And the only, during my 4 years on the commission, the only federal agency that was doing that was the Department of Veterans Affairs. So this bill, within the Department of Community and Economic Development, will have them work on coming up with training for entrepreneurs within the state of Pennsylvania to help these our veterans and our reservists get the training they need, access to capital, access to bonding, the marketing, all the other things that go in with being a successful small business person. We know that small businesses drive Pennsylvania's economy and our nation's economy. So this is an opportunity to tie in what the Community of Economic Development and the Department of Labor are already doing with training, but to make it available for veterans. The second idea with this bill is that these business centers would be housed within our 14 PASHE schools. And so the schools can use the veteran outreach to help get students to come to go to college there. They can also market to the community of veterans, and we already have sort of a captured audience, and they already have the real estate, and they already have the facilities, and so that's what this bill would do. I have met with the Senate staff. They have some ideas as well. I've met with a number of the PASHE universities and other veteran groups too, and I think this is an opportunity. We sometimes forget that we're still a nation at war, and we have more veterans coming home from these wars, Afghanistan and Iraq, and the global war on terrorism, that we need to integrate into society. And with the economic boom that's going on, it's sort of a perfect storm in a good way to integrate these veterans into our economy and allow us to provide the training, and also to make sure that the state of Pennsylvania is hiring veteran-owned and service-disabled veteran businesses when we outsource to third-party contractors. So that's what this bill would do, and I would be happy to answer any questions and would appreciate all your support.
Representative, is there a cost to the I'm not a cost to the veteran, but what is the cost to the state? I think it's a free program for the veteran.
Yeah, initially I had in my bill $1 million a year for 5 years for $5 million. In consultation with the Senate and DCD, we're trying to find the money within the programs they already have, because they do have we have money set aside for training for small businesses. So if we can figure out a way to do it without that, the universities are also willing to put money into it if it means it can help attract more veterans to their schools, and we're also looking for other ways to fund it. But yes.
And again, that would bring us to the veteran-friendly school that well, you weren't here when we talked about it, that schools that claim to be veteran-friendly, and we really don't know what they're doing to declare that declaration of being a veteran-friendly school. So
Yeah.
this certainly would.
I can tell you,
with that.
Mr. Chairman, two schools in particular that I've had lots of conversations with is Harrisburg Area Community College and Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and they both are veteran-friendly and were the impetus in driving a lot of this bill. So there are at least two.
We changed a little bit of the criteria maybe to allow the community college or the PASHE schools to bid on this to try to get it into their school district. Would that be an acceptable change to do something like that?
That would be great too, yes.
Community college may be, and I know in a lot of areas, may be more accessible and a better fit for this type of a program to take place. Just my thoughts with
I think that's a great idea. I mean, I'm very familiar with Harrisburg Area Community College, and they're an outstanding institution. And just down the street, they have campuses in Gettysburg and Lebanon, and I think Reading also. So, absolutely.
Okay, great. Representative Barbin, did you have a question? Or
You answered it.
Okay.
I wanted to know how it might fit in with veteran-friendly universities as well as the Commonwealth.
Okay, great. Anyone else with questions for Representative Rothman? Thank you for your testimony today.
Thank you, Mr.
Appreciate
Chairman.
it.